Doors closing, stand clear. Midnight line to Brooklyn, yeah. Platform humming under neon rain. Steel tracks whispering your name. Last train rolling through the night. Flicker lights and tire wide. Metro card and folder dreams. Nothing's ever what it seems. Graffiti prayers along the wall. Echoes in the station hall. You still quiet by my side. City tears you couldn't hide. Went from tunnels rushing through, carrying shades of blue. Boom bap rhythm in my chest. Heartbeat never getting rest. Every stop we passed felt wrong, like the end of a song. And the map above the door couldn't tell me anymore how a love so true turned Brooklyn blue. Late train to Brooklyn blue. Every stop reminds of you. Windows dark, reflections fade. Promises we made. Late train to Brooklyn blue. City crying in the hue. If I ride this line alone, will it take me home? Empty seats and tired eyes, broken truths and soft disguise. You said sometimes love must bend, even when we don't intend. Roads cold in my headphones low, matching where we used to go. Rooftop nights in summer heat, dancing barefoot in the street. Corner store confessions late, talking about escaping fate. But the future pulled you west, while I stayed with what was left. Station names roll by slow, like memories in undertow. Every borough, every mile carried your unfinished smile. And the city never sleeps, but tonight it softly weeps under subway lights and endless nights. Late train to Brooklyn blue. Every stop reminds of you. Windows dark, reflections fade. Promises we made. Late train to Brooklyn blue. City crying in the hue. If I ride this line alone, will it take me? Yeah, we were kids with grown-up fears, chasing love through borrowed years, writing vows in sidewalk chalk, dreaming big in midnight talk. You with thrift store denim shades, me with verses half afraid. But the rhythm felt so sure, like we found a cure. Now I'm riding through the dark, searching for that spark. Every tunnel, every spark feels like missing parts. Maybe love's a passing train, rolling through like summer rain. You can't hold it, can't delay, you just watch it fade away. Trumpet crying distant, drums stripped back to rim and kick. Bass deep and steady. Last stop coming up ahead, things we wish we never said. Doors slide open, cold air flows, carrying what nobody knows. I step out into the night, Brooklyn blacked in pale street light. Brownstone shadows
drops, sunset fades. We're still glowing. Yeah. Afterglow across your face, golden light we can't replace. City slow and holding breath, right before the night steps in. Analog heart slightly worn, playing love the old school form. No filters, no disguise, just truth inside your eyes. Kick drum steady, soft and low, like a pulse we both know it. Snare brushing like a sigh underneath the fading sky. You leaned close but didn't speak. Silence felt complete, like the warmth before goodbye in that purple sky. And the daylight slipping through left a trace of you in the air we shared, unprepared. Afterglow and analog hearts, even when it falls apart, there's a warmth that stays in the haze. Afterglow and analog hearts, playing back from the start, slow rewind. You're still mine. Rooftop chairs and empty cups, talking dreams that lifted us. You said love ain't digital, it's imperfect physical. Crackle like a vinyl spin, real beneath the skin, not a highlight reel, but something you can feel. Baseline moving deep and warm, shelter from the coming storm. Rose quartz glowing amber bright, holding on tonight. We were dancing out of time, offbeat but in rhyme, laughing at our flaws, breaking laws. Yeah, and the skyline burned in gold, like it knew the story told wouldn't last forever. Still we'd remember. Afterglow and analog hearts, even when it falls apart, there's a warmth that stays in my haze. Afterglow and analog hearts, playing back from the start, slow rewind. You're still mine. Yeah, we were tape deck memories, pressed in frequencies, late night remedies and melodies. No perfect design, just yours and mine. Hands intertwined, out of time. Yeah, yeah. You said nothing built to last ever moves too fast. Let it breathe, let it be. Even if the needle lifts and the rhythm shifts, the groove remains in our veins. Now the sun is fully gone, but the warmth lingers on. Every time I close my eyes, I see that sky. Oh, maybe love ain't meant to stay. Maybe it's the afterplay of light across the face in sacred space. They invented good hearts don't lie. They bend but they don't die. They echo through the years, through laughter, through tears. And when the vinyl softly ends, to glow.
Yeah, black and white city, gold street lights, let the groove tell it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Rain glows shining on the street, footsteps echo to the beat. Fedora shadows on the wall, midnight answering the calls. Interfold and smoky bars, whispering to passing cars. Kick drum knocking low and tight, heartbeat pacing with the night. You walked in like a scene from a film I've never seen. Velvet dress, a distant stare, mystery in the air. Baseline sliding deep and slow, like a secret you won't show. Every chord a coded sign, crossing yours and mine. And the neon flickered swine, like a warning or advice. But we stayed in that shade. Nor groove chronicles, loving logical. In the city's glow, we let it flow. Nor groove chronicles, hearts unstoppable. Black and white collide, side by side. Yeah. Corner table, two glasses, watching how the moment passes. You said trust is hard to find in a restless mind. I said truth don't always shine. Sometimes it hides between the lines like a trumpet's muted cry under midnight sky. Rose chords falling soft as rain, mixing pleasure with the pain. Snare brushing like a sigh. We don't ask why. Outside sirens cut the air. Inside we don't care. Just two silhouettes trading silhouettes. And the night leaned in close, like it knew the most of what we felt, but never dared. Those war groove chronicles, loving logical. In the city's glow, we let it flow. Oh, war groove chronicles, hearts unstoppable. Black and white collide, side by side. Yeah, we were plot twists in the dark. Two sparks, no script to read. Just need you in lipstick red, words unsaid. Me with guarded pride, trying not to hide. Every glance a clue, every move brand new. Like detectives in a case we couldn't replace. Maybe love's a crime done in perfect time, leaving traces in the night, out of sight. Now the bar lights fade to black, but Some stories never end, they just fade into groove.
Yeah. Yeah. Play drive. City lights behind me. Highway lines and silver streaks. Midnight driving, no one speaks. Dashboard glowing soft and blue. Rear view holding on to you. Saxophone through static air, filling up the empty chair. Kick drum steady like regret, things I wish I never said. City shrinking in the glass, like a chapter from the past. Your reflection in my mind, harder now to leave behind. Harder now to leave behind. Baseline rolling deep and slow, underneath that afterglow. Every chord a photograph of a love we didn't grasp. And the farther that I go, the more the memories show in that mirrored view. Me and you, jazz in the rear view, still playing you. Every mile I move, back to that groove. Jazz in the rear view, midnight truth, fading tail lights shine on what was mine. Rain begins to kiss the glass, wipers moving shadows past. Trumpet crying low and thin, like the state I'm in. You said love ain't meant to cage, it's a passing stage. Sometimes you just let it ride, now hold too tight. I was scared of losing ground, so I never turned around till your silence filled the room like a quiet tune. Roads, chords drift through space, bringing back your face. Every harmony we made, now a serenade. And the road keeps stretching on, even when you're gone. In the rear view glow, I still know. Jazz in the rear view, still playing you. Every mile I move, back to that groove. Jazz in the rear view, midnight truth, fading tail lights shine on what was mine. Yeah. We were rooftop silhouettes, cigarette regrets, talking dreams in undertone, making that city our own. You went thrifted in them blues, me with nothing left to prove. But when the beat, the line, we were intertwined. No luxury, no fame, just warmth in the flame. Late night philosophy and honesty. Now the highway sings through broken strings of a love I knew in the rear view. Dawn begins to stain the sky, purple fading into light. City gone beyond the curve, leaving what we both deserve. Maybe distance makes it clear why I held you near, why the silence hit so loud in that fading crowd. Every note the stereo plays carries back those days when love felt so brand new and true. Though the road moves ahead, a new chapter spread. There's a groove I can't outdrive, still alive. Jazz in the rear view, jazz in the rear view, still playing you, even when the skyline is torn place. Ooh. from behind. Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah. Soft kicks, soft kicks, soft kicks, soft kicks, soft kicks. Rushness, yeah, yeah. Let the rhythm right tonight. Satin drums. Satin drums under dim lights. Heartbeat echoing through the night. Hi-hats whisper never loud, like secrets buried in a crowd. Notebook open by my side. Ink and rhythm coincide. Every kick a memory, every snare a therapy. You used to sit across from me, tracing patterns absently, while the bassline moved so slow, like it didn't wanna go. City breathing through the walls, midnight answering our calls. Warmth wrapped in velvet air, truth hanging everywhere. And the groove begins to sway, like it knows what we won't say. Every pause we feel makes it real. Satin drum diaries written in minor keys, soft confessions on repeat between the beats. Satin drum diaries, late night memories. Every rhythm holds stories untold. Street lights flicker golden blue, casting shadows over you. Your reflection in the glass, like a moment we can't pass. You said love's a fragile sound, sometimes lost, sometimes found, like a rhythm slightly late, still somehow on fade. Yeah. Cold drafts written honey tone, turning silence into home. Baseline deep and understated, every feeling syncopated. We were young but understood. Broken hearts can still be good if the music lets them breathe, if we dare believe. And the more we let it play, the more it found a way to stitch the space between time and place. Satin drum diaries written in minor keys, soft confessions on repeat between the beats. Satin drum diaries, late night memories. Every rhythm holds stories untold. Yeah, we were verses in the dark, searching for a spark. No spotlight glare, just candlelit air. You in oversized coats, me with half-row notes, talking about a better day while the drums would sway. No promises carved in stone, just a tone that felt like home when we felt alone. Even if the tempo shifts and the vinyl drifts, the groove remains in our veins. Now the room feels twice as wide, but the rhythm's still inside. Every time that snare snaps tight, I see you in the light. Maybe love ain't meant to stay, maybe it just finds its way into songs we play at 2 when the night feels blue. Satin drums still hold the page of every joy and quiet rage, written in that sacred space we can't erase. So I let the record spin, let the tape hiss settle in, and I read between the lines of those times. Satin drum diaries echoing softly, even when you're gone, they live on. Satin drum diaries, midnight remedies. Every beat recalls how we felt it all. Soft kick, 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 soft, soft kick, 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 soft kick. Yeah, some stories aren't spoken, they're played on satin drums.
Static in the background, late night typing, let it roll. Desk lamp glowing amber slow. City murmurs down below. Notebook open, pen in hand, trying hard to understand. Tape hits humming, soft and low, like the things we didn't show. Every word I start to write feels heavier tonight. Polaroids inside a drawer, ticket stubs from before. Coffee stains on paper sheets, memories in broken beats. Kick drum knocking through my chest, heartbeat never getting rest. Snare like distant passing cars underneath these urban stars. And every line I trace takes me to your face, in between the noise of these lo-fi joys. Lo-fi love letters, we could have been better, written in the haze of those golden days. Lo-fi love letters, soft like worn out sweaters. Even when they fade, they never break. I remember rooftop air, your laughter everywhere, talking dreams in lowercase, time we couldn't replace. You said love ain't always loud, doesn't need a crowd. Sometimes it's a simple phrase, hidden in the bass. Rose chords drifting out of tune, like a half-forgotten moon. Based on warm and understated, every feeling syncopated. We were young and unafraid, promises we never made. Just a rhythm and a view, and me and you. But seasons shift their tone, now I'm here alone with echoes in the room and the fading tune. Lo-fi love letters, we could have been better, written in the haze of those golden days. Lo-fi love letters, soft like worn out sweaters. Even when they fade, they never break. Yeah, we were an oligarch affection, no filter protection, late night confession, pure connection. You in oversized tees, hair moving in the breeze, me with unfinished rhymes, trying to freeze time. We didn't need forever, just that warm September where the skyline felt close and we needed the most. Even if the tape rewinds and the signal declines, I still find you between the lines. Now I fold these pages slow, letting quiet overflow. Every letter that I send has no need to end. Maybe you won't read a word, maybe none are heard, but the act of writing you feels honest and true. What love ain't always meant to stay, sometimes it's just replay a melody that lingers on after it's gone. So I let the vinyl spin, let the static settle in, and I sign my name in that same refrain. And lo-fi letters through stormy weather, even if you're gone, they play on and play, yeah. Lo-fi lovers bound together in the quiet afterglow. I still know ink dries, yeah, record size. Some love stories don't end, they just loop. Yeah. Under the streetlights, city breathing slow. Let the symphony begin. Flicker on the avenue, paint everything in amber hue. Sidewalk coming with distant bass, midnight settling into place. Footsteps echo down the lane, rhythm tapping like soft rain. Taxi headlights passing by like shooting stars across the sky. You walk close but didn't speak, something fragile, something deep. Cold wind brushing through your coat, carrying every silent note.
drum steady in my chest. Urban heart that never rests. Bassline moving low and wide, like the tide we couldn't hide. And the city played along, like it knew our song. Every light above glowed with love. Streetlight symphony, you and me in harmony. Concrete under our feet, turning into melody. Streetlight symphony, late night remedy. In the glow of gold, our story told. Corner diner open late, coffee cups and heavy fate. Steam rising in the air, soft reflections everywhere. You said love's not always loud, not a screaming, shining crowd. Sometimes it's a quiet tune underneath the silver moon. Rose chords drifting through the breeze, carrying our memories. Snare brushing like a sigh underneath that velvet sky. We were leaning on the rail, hearts exposed without a veil. No disguise, no pretense, just raw coincidence. And when your hand found mine, it felt like perfect time. Every doubt released in that peace. Streetlight symphony, you and me in harmony. Concrete under our feet, turning into melody. Streetlight symphony, late night remedy. In the glow of gold, our story told. Yeah, we were city-born believers, late-night dream achievers. No fame seekers, just true speakers. Talking life on borrowed time, mixing jazz with broken rhyme. Every block we passed felt like it would last. You in oversized denim blue, me confessing what I never do. But the rhythm kept us tight, under yellow light. No orchestra in sight, still it felt so right. Every passing car played its part. City singing in a different tone. Streetlights still burn the same, but they don't call your name. Every shadow on the wall feels like you might call. Every note the skyline brings still softly sings. Maybe love was just a phase, like a chord that gently sways, but the harmony remains in quiet refrains. So when midnight starts to gleam and the pavement starts to gleam, I close my eyes and see that symphony. Streetlight symphony, still in harmony. Even if you're gone, the music plays on. Streetlight symphony, late night rhythm, in the glow of gold, our story told. Streetlights fade, footsteps slow, but somewhere in the rhythm we still glow.
Summer air through the fire escape. Old brick walls, let it ride. Yeah. Brownstone steps in the evening glow. Harlem wind moving slow. Window frames with chipped off paint, holding stories we ain't. Kids still playing down the block, boombox beating round the clock. Dusty drums in open air, soul floating everywhere. You were leaning on the rail, natural curls in a summer veil. Sunset resting on your skin, gold light settling in. Ice cream truck in the distance, your laugh had no resistance. Every moment felt sincere, like forever lived right here. In the skyline, burning amber hues, like it knew what we would lose. But we didn't think that far, we were right where we are. Brownstone serenade, promises we made on a fire escape where the night won't fade. Brownstone serenade, love that never played by the rules they wrote. We just let it flow, we just let it flow. Record spinning in the room, Frankie crooning through the gloom. You humming low and sweet, bare feet on hardwood beats. Ceiling fan turning slow, roads keys afterglow. Baseline walking soft and wide like it had nothing to hide. We talk dreams past midnight about leaving, about flight. But something in the brick kept our heartbeat thick. Arguments in softer tones, learning how to own every scar and every flaw, every lesson love had taught. And when the sirens sang their song, just sway along, let the city spark, little lights in the dark. Brownstone serenade, promises we made on a fire escape where the night won't fade. Brownstone serenade, love that never played by the rules they wrote. We just let it flow, yeah. Corner store philosophy, dollar coffee honesty, talking about equality, building our mythology. You and thrifted denim blues, me with something left to prove. But when the kick is never line, peace of mind. We were young but understood, greatness grows in neighborhoods, not in diamonds, not in fame, but in knowing someone's name. Every block a memory, every crack a melody. And if I close my eyes, I still hear your lullabies. Feels twice as wide, different faces pass outside, but the bricks still hold the heat of our rhythm in the streets. Summer nights and rooftop views, cheap red wine and worn out shoes. Dreaming bigger than our means, laughing loud in between. Maybe time had other plans, pulled our hearts to distant lands, but the groove don't disappear, it just echoes here. In every warm July parade, in every chord I ever played, there's a trace of what we made in that brownstone serenade. Brownstone serenade. Brownstone serenade. Brownstone serenade. Brownstone serenade. Somewhere in that city glow, so do I.